Hello, viewers. Good day and welcome to another interesting edition of your program, our program, the Polity Talk Show. The Polity Talk Show is the program where we bring personalities of repute to come and, have a one-on-one chat as regards a whole lot of issues of development in the polity. And of course, I have the distinguished pleasure of introducing you to my guest on the set today. He is no other person than Chief Oluwole Akinbo, the Luhari of Irele Kingdom. Chief, good day, sir.
God bless you and thank you for the honor.
It's a pleasure having you on the set of the Polity Roundtable, sir.
Thank you, my Deborah.
Yeah. Chief Akimbo, I understand you have just joined the esteemed League of the Senior Citizen.
Thank you.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
How does it feel like having worked 35 meritorious years and retiring, successfully? How does it feel like?
Honestly speaking, retirement is a new life. It's a new beginning. It's a new dimensions in one's life. Until one has the taste, you won't be able to know how deep the thing it is. But in a simple term, it's very, very interesting.
All right.
It's a period where you enjoy the dividends of what you have succeeded in putting in place for the service of your nation.
All right.
I'm talking of your local government. I'm talking of yours, of your community, the state, and Nigeria as a whole. Yes, I want to thank God that I am privileged to be one of the senior citizens that is enjoying these dividends for now. That is the good truth.
That's good to know, sir. Of course, in case you are wondering, who is Oluwole Akinbo? He is a veteran journalist. He was in the employ of Ondo State Radio Vision Corporation. And of course, for those of you viewers who have followed this veteran broadcaster, is the one we always want to call the golden voice on the TV way back in OSRC. Sir, your foray into journalism, as in broadcast journalism, how did you come about that decision to go into broadcasting in the first place?
Oh, well, taking a look at the beginning of the journey into journalism as a profession, from my own personal perception, it looks a little bit different from the regular colleagues who are coming up, those who are privileged of having completed their secondary education, go to university, read the mass communication, or for those who are privileged of going to polytechnic, read any course related to journalism or Nigerian Institute of Journalism. My own is a little bit quite different. Reason is that I started from nowhere. How do I mean? I came into this system as a professional teacher. Yeah. Yes, I was trained and certificated as a grade 2 teacher certificate holder.
Okay.
I taught briefly in teaching profession. I was a teacher at a Methodist primary school, Akure. And from there, I happened to be one of the pioneer staff of the first Radio Nigeria station, FROCN, in Akure. Okay. Yes, that is where I started. And Chief Oluwole was the general manager. He happened to be a veteran in the system. He is already retired. And the station came out during the Shagari era.
All right.
And they started recruiting. And I applied, I heard of it, I went in, the audition was done, the interview followed, and from the 30 of us that applied for the thing, I came third.
All right.
And the following day, the employment letter came out, and I started working. I started as a Yoruba news announcer. That was the thing.
Okay.
And I started, casting Yoruba news. Not only that, I was also into Yoruba programs production, the chit-chats, and other programs like that. And from there, after many years, after 1 or 2 years in broadcasting, this political madness came up. People said then that Radio Nigeria Akure station was politically put in place to serve the interests of some set of people in Nigeria.
Okay.
I happened to find myself in that. It was MPN government that was in control in Ondo State then, and I was to really serve the good image of that particular establishment of the federal government that was in charge of that radio station. I have no option than to start defending the good interests of that establishment.
Of course.
And we work for the interests of a federal government in place. Though we were given names, and there was election then where Akiomo Boriowo, who was the then deputy governor of Ondo State, that contested against his boss, Baba Adekunle Ajasin. After the election, Akiomo Boriowo, was somehow declared as governor of Ondo, governor-elect, and the thing became a big war in Ondo State. My dear brother, what really followed that thing becomes a very big history today. And all these things, I succeeded packing everything together in a publication that came to the newsstand some months ago.
Okay.
I wrote, I put some
kind of
little grammar together,
Okay.
just in form of a publication,
Okay.
taking a look at the past, the present, and what the future really holds for a very poor man in broadcasting,
All right.
who later retired as a director in the public service of Ondo State.
Okay.
It was so rough, but we thank God for everything, my dear brother.
All right. A little bit away from that, you are a chief of Irele in Ikale Kingdom. I want you to look at this with the benefit of hindsight. Ikale land while growing up and now, do you think development has really, happened to this very big kingdom, Ikale land?
The word development,
Yeah.
it embraces a
A
lot
whole
of
lot yeah.
synergies.
Yeah, sure.
In 1985, to be precise, when I came into Radio Nigeria, when I later joined Ondo State Radio Vision Corporation, OSRC, that was around 1985.
All right.
To be precise, August 1985. I came in after 2 or 3 months at the headquarters. I was redeployed.
Okay.
Yes, I came to Kitupupa to serve as a first staff correspondent of OSRC.
Okay.
Yes, I was at Okitipupa. Ahigbe was the governor of Ondo State, a military man then. And Ahigbe was a man who believed in grassroots development. He felt that it needs to be told about the activities that were coming up at the grassroots, instead of relying on things
Snippets
that
of
surround
information.
Akure, the state capital. He was interested in hearing from every nooks and crannies of Ondo State. And I was posted to Kitupupa. Then I was serving the current Ojigbo local government.
Okay.
I was in charge of the local government.
Okay.
I also served Okitipupa. Yes, in charge of Ilaje, also Eseldo local government. When I came in, it was just a one-shop, a rented apartment located at the Broad Street to Okitipupa, with a table and a chair. No, the this network connectivities that we are now enjoying was not in place then. The only thing that was that really served as the link was this analog way of reaching out to your colleagues through the line check.
Okay.
No, the third day that I got to Okitipupa, I became a very good friend to the Nigerian staff. Because one thing about journalism is that you have to make friends quick without wasting time. Yes, I know. I became bright to almost all of them in the Nigerian office. And any story that come my way, my dear brother, before his second, I will just rush to the studio.
Okay.
Before you know, I will be giving this analog line. Before you know, I was already having direct link with my headquarters. Report from Okitipupa, correspondent to Oluwole Akinbo says,
okay.
this and this and this are the happening in this end. And it became very big surprise to the people of Okitipupa. One, I don't travel out of that place. When it becomes, when it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the state news will come up. They will hear story from our correspondent at Okitipupa, Oluwole Akinbo, and they will see me going on the street. What is the magic? It was a very big surprise.
Okay.
It was a very big surprise. And that was how we started bringing people on board, telling people that news making is everywhere. Especially if you have the nose for the news.
Yeah.
If you know what it really entails.
If you can scoop.
Yes, to bring up news in any aspect. I succeeded, started this thing at Okitipupa. What am I saying is that in that end, the awareness started. Those who are not interested in listening to radio, before
started developing interest.
They started developing interest, having radio sets. The interest started growing up. I became right to everybody in Okitipupa and the southern central district of Ondo State. I want to believe, my dear brother, that the Kale as a race, the Kale as a nation, the way we normally put ourselves, we are growing. We are developing.
And you are not where you used to be.
And
you are not where you used to be some decades back.
That's the golden truth.
All right, that's good to know. Let's go back to broadcasting, your first love. Do you have mentors in this field of journalism?
Honestly, if you want to make success in broadcasting, you must have somebody to emulate. You can see me with the right way side of putting my...
Because I'm still coming back to that.
Yes,
but now that you have gotten there ahead of me.
Day.
Yeah.
Oh no. There was this veteran in the use of Yoruba language. Baba Polity. Baba Adebayo Polity. Yes. Happened to be a man I do regard as a godfather.
Okay.
If the politician would
godfather in a very correct sense of it.
You see,
of mentoring.
He's my mentor. He's a man I really trust. He's an authority. He's a reference point. He's a man that one can easily depend on and make success of it. And I saw him as somebody that one needs to emulate. Okay. If you follow his footsteps, you can make success of it. And that was another man. During my primary school days, Goke Akinlabi of WNBS, WNTV in Ibadan.
Western Nigerian Broadcasting Service.
Goke Akinlabi was a Yoruba newscaster. Very early in the morning, 6:30, Goke Akinlabi will be the first man that will wake you up. Ẹ káàárọ̀ o. Ìròyìn káàkiri orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Oníròyìn ni Goke Akinlabi. Ṣáájú ẹgbọ́ kókónú rẹ̀. That was a man that really served as an eye opener for me.
Okay.
For me. And I started following their footsteps. And I thank God for the journey so far.
In case you are just joining us, this is the Polity Roundtable, and I have on my set here Chief Oluwole Akinbo. the one would describe as the, and of course, who has just retired, but as you can see him, he's not tired. As a broadcaster, a very seasoned broadcaster, I want to tell you, my viewers, that I have been having a whole of very interesting cross-fertilization of ideas with Chief Oluwole Akinbo. Thank you so much for coming, sir. Of course, this is your program, our program, and this is how far we can go on the Polity Talk Show today. I want to thank my photo editor and cameraman, Dayo Awotula. Thank you very much. Until another time when we will definitely bring another personality who has contributed to the growth of this our society. I remain your anchor, Steve Oviri. Thank you, and keep watching the Polity TV online.